Thank you guys for joining us for Christianity 101. This is just an introduction video where we're going to give you a chance to understand what the class is about and what we plan on doing in the 10 weeks that we spend walking through the material that we call Christianity 101. My name is Patrick Fowler. I'm going to be one of your hosts, one of the teachers for this class. I'm just one of a group of people who is presenting material that we feel is foundational for the Christian life. If you're tuning in via YouTube to this video channel, we just want you to know we're grateful you've given us the opportunity to walk you through the material we call Christianity 101. This material is meant to be part of a 10-week class that talks about the foundations of Christianity. And we put it online as a tool for the people who are going through the class, as well as a tool for people who need to interact and need kind of a foundational understanding of what it means to be a part of the Christian faith. So we're grateful you've joined us, and I'm going to spend a few minutes breaking down what the class looks like, how it's going to flow, and how you can use these materials effectively during your time with us and with this Christianity 101 course. Christianity 101 is designed for people who have questions about faith or who need a foundational knowledge of the Christian faith. So if you fall into either one of those two categories, we're grateful you're here. This is the material we've created for you. So if you're outside the Christian faith, maybe from a different faith background altogether, and you have questions about what Christianity means, we welcome you. You're the perfect candidate and the person that we've designed this material for. As well as if you're a Christian and you're in the faith, but you have questions about what God is doing, what He wants from your life, those are questions this class is designed to answer. And so we want to do that for you. We want to provide some of those answers or provide the material so that you can begin to understand what God is doing and how He would answer your questions personally. And as we said, if you're a Christian but you don't have a lot of knowledge of what the Christian faith means, we want to give you a foundational knowledge, some core ideas and principles that the Bible talks about that will help you read your Bible more effectively, pray more effectively, and live more effectively as a Christian person in this world that we live in. Now, we've got two purposes for this class that we call Christianity 101. First, that you get to experience community, and secondly, that you can explore faith. Experience community and explore faith. You see, so often our faith journeys are made up of the people that we've interacted with and the personal experiences that we have had. And those things have shaped our beliefs, our values, and our understanding of who God is. And so a core part of getting a foundation of the Christian life is to interact with people and understand how their experiences have shaped their faith as it currently stands. And also understand how your experiences have shaped your faith as it currently stands. So a core portion of this class is to interact with other people. And though you may be watching this on YouVersion, you may have just found us via the web, we want you to encourage you to interact with at least one person over the course of these 10 weeks in this material so that you get a chance to discuss your faith with somebody who has a different background and a different perspective than you. Sometimes seeing life through their eyes will help you understand truly and solidify what you believe. Our goal, our encouragement again, is that you get a chance to experience community, relationships, and explore faith together. We think those are a package deal that you're going to love putting together. And if you're watching this via the web, again, our encouragement would be find one other person who will watch these videos and discuss them with you. You'll get so much more out of this class than you would if you just interact with it alone. As we talk about relationships, again, our goal is not to manipulate you or to judge anybody in this class. This is a learning class. This is a class where people understand what Christianity is about and hopefully take their next step into a Christian walk, a Christian experience. See, we believe our religion is defined by a critical decision, what's called entering a relationship with Jesus Christ. We believe the God who created us wants a very personal relationship with each one of us, and that at some point in our lives, He wants us to make a decision to enter that relationship based on what Jesus did in His life and what He taught. So truly, during the course of these 10 weeks, we will encourage you often, or talk about often, our personal step into faith and how some of this knowledge helped compel us into that faith. But our goal is, again, not to manipulate you and not to make you feel judged if you haven't made that decision yet. This is a learning environment where people are getting some questions answered, and we know that you're going to be hesitant to understand or adopt some of the things that we talk about or that we believe. But we think that when you get a good foundation and you get to interact with some people who have that foundation in their lives, that you'll feel compelled, just as we were on a personal level, to make those next steps in and of yourself. The format for our time together is to spend an hour interacting, and we're going to spend it in 20-minute blocks. The first 20 minutes will be spent building relationships with one another, interacting with the people in the class, getting to know them, so that when you talk about faith from their perspective, you understand a little bit better where they come from and why they're saying what they're saying. The middle section of our class is going to be a lesson presented by a teacher that's going to cover one of these foundational topics, and they'll just cover it from their own experience, from their own beliefs, and from their own understanding of what the Bible has to say about that. And then the last 20 minutes we're going to give you to discuss that topic. Ask questions about what you didn't understand, maybe dig a little deeper into a topic, a side topic that was brought up, or just process some of those thoughts with the people in the group around you. It's going to be a great time together, and you're going to leave, hopefully, wanting to process that so much more on your own after that hour is done. And we would encourage you to do that. Also know, again, it's about relationships. So if you have a conversation you want to carry on with somebody from the class after it's over, feel free to do that. Invite them out to lunch, invite them to meet for coffee during the week, call them up, and just begin to process those things socially if you need to, or on a personal level. These materials are also going to be available via our website, onechurchmedia.tv. We want you to be able to catch the lessons that you may have missed because you're traveling or you're sick on a Sunday. So we want you to be able to catch that middle portion, if nothing else, of the time we have together. Our guide for these next 10 weeks is going to be the Bible. It's packaged as a book, but it's actually a collection of manuscripts, some that date back over 4,000 years, that talk about the nature of God, about historical things that people believe that God did in the past. And it's a phenomenal resource that really forms the foundation for the religions Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. So we want you to be able to interact with that not only in the class and hear us talk about it in the class, but interact with it outside of that. If you're here with us at church on a Sunday morning as a part of One Church, know that we give away free Bibles, and there's a rack out in our hallways that has free Bibles in it. We want you to take one and begin just to be able to process and look through that and use it as you see fit. As well as, if you're a techie user or you're watching this online, we want you to be able to grab the YouVersion Bible app that's out there for almost every mobile device, that's available online as its own website, that you can interact with the Bible, again, on your own through the week, and begin to mark those passages that we're talking about so that you know where to find them for future reference. So if you're here with us or you're watching online, go ahead and grab those resources so that you can begin to interact with those during the week. And we promise that we'll spend next week unpacking what the Bible is and how better you can utilize it. Because again, it's a thick book, it can be a little overwhelming, but we're going to walk you through that as well. That's one of our foundations for this class. Our goal for these 10 weeks, and what we hope the hour that we spend together compels you to do, is spend time processing these things on a personal level. So we're going to send you home with a lesson summary, we're going to send you home with that video of the talk that you can review, and we're going to send you home with some questions to process and hopefully even write a little bit about during the week. You see, we feel like as much as the class is going to help you, if you can take some time to actually just process what you've heard and what you're thinking about those things, that it will mean so much more to you, and you'll come so much more prepared for the following week's discussion. So we will prepare you as best we can for that, and we would encourage you again to make that a core part of what you do. That at some point during the week you block out 30 minutes and just try to process, again, what you've heard in class and maybe some of the questions that come afterwards. We're so excited about this class, so excited that we're able to launch it, so excited that we're going to be able to interact with you. The material in this class is really exciting for us because for those who are going to teach it, for those who are in group with you, it has made a incredible difference in our lives to understand these things and to have other people talk through these things with us. So we're thrilled just because your experience, we hope, reflects our experience in this class. Again, the reason we've done this material as Christianity 101 is because we believe that this knowledge will be so transformative in your lives, that these relationships will be so helpful to you, and that these tools that we give might help you in a future relationship with somebody else. That we want to put it together and make it quality, make it fun, make it impactful for you and for those around you. And so we're grateful that you've chosen to join us for these sessions. We hope that you find them helpful, and we would welcome your feedback for how to make them better.